Hello, welcome to Detroit by Dark. We are at the Cosmic Vault, just outside the orbital plane of Neptune. The killer winds and storms churning on the gas giant of Neptune, one of the few planets not visible from Earth due to small size and distance. Who cares? This is where players join. Let's see if anyone's here to join. We just have one viewer. And I don't out the people who just lurk. I don't out the lurkers. So let us continue. This is the wormhole. I want to thank whoever sent me that book in the mail, which had something to do with the last wormhole, or maybe the one before the last. But it was very nice. Very nice. And we arrive at Earth. And we fly the gigantic semi-translucent 10-mile in diameter blob known as the cosmic entity, the cosmic beast. Descends to Earth. It takes an hour. If we had people playing the killer position, at this point they would be filled with aggro and enhanced abilities. And also, we need to find out where we're going. We need to find out which random territory is being attacked. So I switch scenes because I don't know how to switch scenes using my keypad yet. Someone tell me how to do it. That would entail someone watching the broadcast. Where are we? What are we doing? Oh, let me check the chat. We can check it together. Okay. We are going to the random coordinate. And we roll, and it landed, excuse me, way up there, North Pole. So we go to Google Earth, and the entity descends. And the entity says, well, there's nobody here. It's all devoured up here. I've completely devoured all this, so I'll go to the nearest territory. I see it down there. And he travels. He or she or it travels. Don't know what it is. And the nearest is New York State, which is this territory here. I'm not going to explain what territories are. It's part of the lore of the game. If you don't know by now, you'll never know. Now, as you know, New York City survived the entity, which was crazy. And I think that's a monumental event. So I gave a extra 5% chance for everyone adjacent territories. There should be about three adjacent territories to survive the entity. Now let me check. Is this a player? Does a player own this territory? Let me check real quick. No, player does not own the territory. So it's a NPC owned territory. So it has a 10% chance to survive. We roll. They did not survive. Oh, you know what? We jumped ahead. One of the first things, let's go back. Other scene. I wanted to do everything this time, show you all my little tricks. Okay. The entity attacks. New York State is chosen, right? Oh, I'm doing it in the right order. I'm doing it in the right order. The entity attacks. New York State is chosen. And the first thing the entity does as part of the attack is it scans for a killer. So this is all the people. I didn't get a, I didn't come, all right. This is people thinking of different threats, dangers, and killers in their area. And you know what they thought of in New York State? So can anyone guess what would be the killer for New York State? David Berkowitz, the son of Sam, is the killer. And more about him later. Then it also scans. I wish I could get rid of that dumb graphic. That's part of the audio file. I don't care. It also scans people for what they value, what they treasure, what they love about their territory. Because it's going to destroy their territory if they don't survive their trials with the beast. So that's a picture of that. And this is what the treasure came up with. And this is, here we go. I kept looking and looking. And finally I just figured there's a lot of history to this area, historical significance. And so I just chose this, I think it's called Crown Point Fort. And it's a historical fortress. It's been through several historical wars and kind of crazy history. And I figured, okay, good enough. Because I for the love of me, everything came up New York City, you know. Anyways, more about that later. So we've determined that the entity, that the people that were sucked up into the entity to defend did not survive against the killer. So David Berkowitz killed a lot of people within the Ichor. And what am I looking for? Oh, here we go. So since everyone failed, I think the first thing the entity does is sucks up all life. And this is it sucking up all life. And then the next thing it does is it grabs the treasure. Did I get one for grabs the treasure? No, I didn't. This is audio of the entity attacking. We're going to listen to it this time. We've never heard it all the way through. You kind of hear people chanting. You know, maybe they know it's around the time that the entity attacks on the weekly basis, so they're getting ready. Because who knows? Who knows what territory will be chosen? It could be us. Oh, and it is. It looks like it's us. It's this one. Entity scans treasure. We did that one. Corrupts Earth. Okay, so it sucks up all the people, grabs the treasure, which we already did, and it corrupts Earth. It absolutely corrupts Earth. All these air sirens. It's really horrific what happens. It's just horrible. I'm so sorry for all the death. And I apologize. Every week, 10 million people. Every week, 10 million people. Oh, the wailing. Oh, they're watching their loved ones be be grabbed by cosmic tendrils. What is that clanging? I don't know. I don't know what that clanging is. Oh, and this is the part I like a lot. You don't hear any of the villagers anymore. No, these people that live in New York State and the Catskills and all that nonsense. They're gone. All you hear is the alien kind of murmuring, withdrawing its appendages. Warning, tentacle porn. Okay, what the hell are we doing now? This is boring as fuck. Even I know that. Entity flies away. Flies away. I'm done. Gone. Good. I can make this quick. I did want to read something. Let's go to this real quick. A little bit about David Berkowitz. New York State killer is David Berkowitz, son of Sam. Guilty. Perpetrating about 8 shootings in New York City and wounding a lot of people between July of 76 and July of 77. Berkowitz eluded the biggest police manhunt in the city's history while leaving letters mocking the police and promising further crimes, which were highly publicized by the press. That's him. The treasure is Crown Point. Look at how big I made this image. It's Crown Point State Historic Site, a former military stronghold. Between 1734 and 1759, it's French-built limestone fortress, and then it was upgraded by the British during the French and Indian War. And it also was during the American Revolutionary War. The fort was captured by the Green Mountain Boys militia in 1775, but was retaken by the British. And the entity is going to suck that up, rip it out of the ground. Where am I going now? I think I'm going back. Take one last look. Nobody defended Earth this week. And we shall enter the wormhole. Oh, let me check to see who's here. It's always one person. Yep, there we are, all the way to the Cosmic Vault. And then we're going to go ahead and install I gotta find that. Where is that? Install treasure. We're gonna install the treasure. It's not a castle. It's just a little tourist attraction with great historical significance. Yeah, New York. Anyone out there in New York State that's in the chat or watching, I apologize. Every week we do this, and it just so happens it's rare, but we actually got the United States this time, whittling away at it. And here we just end the show. One of the worst ones yet. Goodbye.